Okay, we have a discovery issue. Mr. Buxman?
Yes, Your Honor. One issue I just want to put on the record. I've provided a stipulation to the defense regarding the defendant's felon status. I believe Mr. Lemon mentioned in opening for the purpose of count 5 possession of firearm by a felon. Obviously, the court knows it's customary for that to be done, so the jury doesn't hear the details of the actual prior felony convictions. It's my understanding that the defendant has chosen not to enter into that stipulation. I just wanted that to put on the record clear that it was discussed with him and that he understands that the state would be, I believe, entitled to then introduce a certified copy of the federal felony conviction for conspiracy to possess cocaine with intent to sell, the battery of a law enforcement officer, the instigating of mutiny conviction, because these are all felony convictions that I think that we would be entitled to introduce absent the stipulation to prove the felon status prior.
All right, thank you. Mr. Loyd? Are you going to talk to him about it? Okay. So I'll give you a minute to talk about that. Go ahead.
She's going to sign.
He's going to sign it? Okay, great. All right, Mr. Lenneman, you mentioned there was a violation.
I believe Mr. Williams is actually checking on something regarding that discovery.
Okay, no worries.
May I approach the clerk, Your Honor?
Sure. We have Mr. Williams back in the courtroom. Mr. Lenneman, you have a motion?
Yeah, Judge. Last night, I sent an email to Mr. Williams because I was looking through Livergood's report, and I only had a few of the photos that she had taken.
Whose report? Do you have your mic on? The question we ask constantly in this court.
All right. So I emailed Mr. Williams last night and requested, because in her report, she says she has 33 photos that
I
were
didn't hear whose report we're talking about.
living good.
Oh,
Crime scene.
okay.
She took photos on the 15th. She
Okay.
was sent back to the scene and took photos on the 15th. She wrote in her report that there were 33 photos that
Okay.
were taken. I only have a couple of those photos. And so I sent an email to Mr. Williams, and Mr. Williams sent an email back that he had photos that were numbered from, I think, 14 to 33, and he was going to check to see what's going on with the rest. And it's my understanding that he doesn't have them, and I think he was going to talk to somebody right now to try to determine if they were found.
Mr. Williams?
Yes, Your Honor. Said investigation is complete. I just spoke to Ms. Livengood. I looked at the proofs of her photographs that were actually in Detective Cadis's booklet that was brought up yesterday, and her report is inaccurate. She took 18 photographs of the Walmart parking lot. I have all 18 that she has, and they have been provided to the defense counsel. If asked about it on a stand, she would say that her report, what ended up happening was she took 30-something photographs on one roll, but they were of two scenes. The first part was the Walmart, and the second part was a separate, unrelated scene, and she added the total number of photographs and put that in her report, when in reality, the photographs from the Walmart were 18 and not 32.
All right, thank you. Mr. Lenneman, you requesting a Richardson hearing? Or are you satisfied with the explanation, which obviously you're going to be able to cross-examine on?
Right. I believe I am. I have to move because I believe that those photos existed, that for whatever reason, the police department have discarded them as part of this investigation involving the bullet entry
Involving the what?
the bullet entry to the wall, the bullet ricochet to the wall that was discovered on the other end of the parking lot.
At Walmart.
At Walmart.
All right, so this is a Richardson hearing now. And you're moving what? To exclude all of it? What are you moving for?
No, I'm moving, Judge, that for them to provide the photos because I believe they exist.
And the basis of your belief is the original report?
Correct.
Is there anything else that you have
No.
as the basis, just that original report?
That's it.
I just want the record to be clear. All right, thank you. Response, State.
Your Honor, I think the best thing to do is just for us to call CSI Livengood, have her testify.
All right.
May I do
Bring her
that?
in. Yes, sir.
We
Bring her
have
in.
CSI Livengood, please.
All right, this
Karen Livengood.
testimony is for the purposes of the Richardson hearing only. I'm going to want her re-sworn in for the Richardson hearing, please. Thank you. We're going to re-swear you this morning. Okay, thanks.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Have a seat, ma'am. And if you'll swing that mic around to in front of you. All right. Mr. Williams, you may inquire.
Thank you, Your Honor. Tell us your name again, ma'am, please.
I'm sorry.
Tell us your name again, please.
Karen Livengood.
And Ms. Livengood, you testified as a state witness yesterday, is that right?
Yes.
I want to ask you some specific questions regarding your work as the lead crime scene investigator in this case. I'm looking at a report that you generated in this case, might be page 2, where it indicates that you returned to the, it's actually page 3, you returned to the Walmart that is the scene of the homicide in this case on January 15th of 2017. Do you remember doing that?
Yes.
And have you been able to find, take a moment if you need to, the location in your report that I'm referencing?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find.
Yes, ma'am. It's page 3 of 7, actually, at the bottom.
Got it. Got it.
So in your report, you indicate that, and I'm quoting, I took 33 additional photographs of the front northwest side of the Walmart. I departed at 8:10 hours, 0810 hours. That's what your report says?
Yes.
All right. Have you had a chance to go back and look at your photographs from the scene that you took on January 15th?
Yes.
And is there a photograph in there that tells you that they're specific to January 15th?
Yes.
Which photograph is that?
It would be the gray card.
And
That
can
is-
you just describe for the record what that is?
We issued gray cards, and we would put the date and the case number to take a photograph of. And then that way it's keeping in the same sequence of, if you're going to multiple locations, let's just say, or cases, different cases, you do a gray card for every single case, and it separates the cases.
All right. So were you able to see the gray card for January 15th, 2017?
Yes.
Is your report accurate that you took 33 photographs of the northwest side of the Walmart that morning?
No.
How many photographs did you take?
Can I look at my photos? Because I've got
Any
them.
objection, counsel? Go ahead, ma'am. I believe they start with DSC 14. Just count them up for us, please.
Okay, sorry.
That's okay. Have you had a chance to count them?
The ones at the Walmart?
Yes, ma'am.
Only?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
How many are there?
19.
19. Are there additional photographs from a different scene on that same roll?
Yes, but it was still related.
Okay. Do you know why you put 33 in your report?
Just showing how many photographs I took that day period.
Okay. So that was a mistake in your report.
Yes.
That's all I have, Judge.
Cross.
Good morning, ma'am.
Morning.
Now, in the course of your duties as a crime scene technician and the lead in this particular case, it's your testimony that you keep a particular card for a particular date of work done. Is that correct?
You talking about the gray card?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So when you say gray card, what is the gray card?
It's actually a photographic card that that gives the case number and the date.
Okay.
And it has my name on it. So it would show that I'm the one that did the photography.
Okay. And is that where the photos are kept on that?
Yes.
So it's some kind of electronic card that you can plug in somewhere and see the photos?
Yes, because the photos get saved onto a CD card type of thing, and they get turned into are downloaded to a station, a photograph station, and stored in our photo lab.
Okay. And are they stored based on the date?
I don't know how they're stored. You'd have to talk to somebody in the photo lab for that. I can't tell you that.
So although you take hundreds and hundreds of pictures throughout investigations, you don't know how they are stored?
I would think they would be stored by case number.
Okay. And who has access to those photographs?
Just the two people and the supervisor that works in the photo lab.
Okay. Does the lead detective?
No, he still have to get buzzed in by the photo lab people.
But I imagine if he was buzzed in, he would have access to look at those?
He could look at them, but every time we download photographs, we would, like in this particular case, a copy would go, a set of proofs would go to the lead detective on this case, in any case, for that matter.
And is ultimately all of those combined into a group that you would turn over to the state attorney's office?
I actually don't know how it gets sent to the state attorney's office.
So this gray card you're talking about is just something you write on?
That's correct.
Okay. And you put the date?
I put the date.
So I imagine you have a bunch of gray cards.
Well, you can wipe off the gray card. It's set up to where you can wipe off the date and the case number. It still has my name on it.
Okay.
And you reuse it over and over again.
Okay. So when you say you wipe off, that you can wipe off the information on the card?
Yes.
Okay. And do you save those cards?
Well, we all had one or two.
Okay.
So yeah, it stays with the our photography kit.
So when you referenced earlier in your testimony that you were able to tell the number of photos on the gray card, is that something you have on you?
I have a proof sheet.
Okay, but do you have the gray card?
Not with me.
Okay, you have the proof sheet of what?
I have the proof sheet and it shows the gray card.
Okay, and what's on the proof sheet?
Depends which one. I took a lot of different photographs in different areas.
Okay, so the proof sheet that you looked at where the gray card told you the number of photos you took on the 15th, do you have that?
Yes.
Okay, and is it connected with the number of photos that you took on that date?
That's correct, but not all in one location.
Okay. So how many photos are on that proof sheet that you're talking about?
For total,
Yeah.
looks like 67.
Okay, and how can you tell which ones we're taking on the 15th?
I have it, I keep the batches together, and I have the gray card.
Okay. Judge, I'd ask to be provided those to make my decision about
Provided which?
what she has.
All 67 or the gray cards for the date in question?
All of them, because they're all together.
So you want to look at what she has with her?
Yes.
I don't have any objection to that.
No objection.
Go ahead. Ms. Livengood, could you hand that to the deputy? There you go. So for the record, you've handed him all the proof sheets for all 67 photographs taken in this case?
On that date,
On that date, which was
15th.
January 15th, 2017?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
said you gave me the photos. Yeah, where did you give me the 19 photos and? Okay, so you. I don't have this. I'm going to withdraw the discrimination violation, but I need these photos for my cross of her at the, when she gets. Okay, okay, thank you. Okay. Okay. I have no further questions, Judge? Hold on one second.
Sure. Sure, of course.
Ma'am, I'm trying to understand why this group of photos begins with photo number 14. Where is 1 through 13?
Well, there are times when you get a call, a different case right beforehand, and I was going from another case and came to this one.
Right, but
So the photographs that lead up to this, I took 13 photographs on a totally different case that led up to this.
do you have proof of that?
No, I don't understand.
Do you have proof that you have 1 through 13 that would have been attached to these documents that show that you took 13 other photos and that they weren't 13 photos of Walmart?
No, I'd have to look at all my cases and find out what case I had before it.
How would you make a mistake where you start this at 14?
It's not a mistake. I went from a call that was down the street to the Walmart. I never went back to the station, so I couldn't download the photographs beforehand. And that's not uncommon when you go to different calls. So the 1 through 13 is from a totally different call. That's why it starts at 14. For this case, this gray card started at 14
Okay,
because it was not done all on the same day, the first day.
okay,
So I can't guarantee what number it's actually going to start. That's the purpose of the gray card.
okay. And so when you made the mistake of putting down 33, it was based on that the last photo you took in there was 33 in that particular collage of Walmart.
It could have been, I don't remember why I put 33.
All right. I have no further questions, Judge.
Thank you. State, any redirect?
I get to use them.
These
No,
are
Your Honor.
mine.
Oh, yeah, but I get to give them back to you. Thank you.
What are we doing here?
I'm trying to get these photos back because I'm going to use them, Judge,
Well, hold
with
on.
permission of him during the cross.
Does Ms. Livengood need them during her direct? I don't have an issue with you using them during cross, but
You wanna use them?
these are part of the witness's package that she brought with her, so.
No, Your Honor, the direct that she's going to undergo does not involve these photographs or anything she did on January 15th.
All right, thank you. So do we have any redirect on the issue, the Richardson issue?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Argument, state.
I think the record is clear. The witness has testified that she took 19 photographs on January 15th, that she made an error counting in her report, and that all the photographs have been provided to defense counsel. So I do not believe there is a Richardson violation whatsoever, let alone the second and third and fourth prongs.
Mr. Lenneman, argument?
No argument.
Okay, court finds as follows. If you add 14 and 19, it equals 33. The last numbered photograph, according to you, Mr. Lenneman, is 33.
Yes, ma'am.
The witness has testified that it's a mistake. It appears to the court that she simply made a mistake in her report, so I do not find a Richardson violation at this time, since you were provided the 14 through 33. All right, thank you very much. Is she your first witness? Or are we taking her off the stand and bringing somebody else in?
We're doing it the hard way, Judge. We're taking her off.
All
and
right,
bringing
Ms.
somebody else.
Livengood, we're going to get your steps in today. You may step down. You know what, folks? I need a 10-minute break, so we're going to take a 10-minute break before we start. Court's in recess.